Hey guys, how's it going? So what do we have going on today? Well, I have 4 games here for you in 16 minutes, so all the games are fairly fast, kind of interesting as well, and they're all on this map right here, which I think is called Cards. I think. I don't remember, for whatever reason. Anyways, you guys can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but they're all pretty reasonably interesting games. I do the same strategy a couple times here. Hopefully it won't matter too much. But this is what I felt is like the best strategy, because this map, honestly, I don't really like this map very much at all, and I think a lot of people actually have a lot of problems with it. It seems like the map's been changing a little bit, at least based on how the balloons actually come at me. I know when I first started playing this game, it would take me like 4 or 5 minutes to actually get to round like 12 or 13, and now it actually takes a little bit less time than that, and I don't know why. Maybe they adjusted the game just a little bit, I'm not really sure. But yeah, it definitely does seem just a little bit different. Anyways, the first thing I want you guys to notice here is my boomerang placement. I've obviously played this map quite a few times, and I've done some commentaries on it, but I really think this is important, guys. I think if you're going to play this map, you need to understand there's really not too many good towers to start off with. I mean, you can go tack shooters, but they're kind of expensive. I think your best bet is actually just going with that boomerang right there and getting a 2-3 boomerang and keeping him on last, and he does work out fairly well. Now what you're going to notice is I actually went with quite a bit of economy here, and the one thing I don't like about this map is that it doesn't really allow you to get much economy. It actually, with them sending balloons at you and with the rounds going by so fast, you really shouldn't send out too many balloons at your enemy. I used to say wait until round 6 to stop, and that's probably your best bet, but by then it's about 2 minutes, and you get to round 13 at about 4 minutes, so honestly you can stop at about 1 minute and 30 seconds or so, or you can just go more banana farms than balloons. So that's one thing that I've definitely realized in the past, even after I've played some of these games, so you might see me still sending balloons at people around 2 minutes and 30 seconds or so, which is probably not the best thing to do. That's just kind of like a heads up, guys. It's like something new I've recently learned. So you might want to stop sending balloons at people just a little bit earlier on this map. Maybe not so much the temple, but this map seems like it goes by really fast. So go more banana farms if you have them by now. If you don't have them, just don't send out balloons too late. And another thing about that is, since the rounds go by so fast and you have so much less money, you're going to need to kind of develop an earlier attack strategy against your enemy. So what I've been doing is, mainly on level 13, I've been sending a bunch of regen rainbows, or just regens in general, and I usually take on my enemy pretty fast there. So I'm still sticking with just my 1-2-3 boomerang, and you got to be a little bit careful with that, because if they send any sort of regrow balloons at you, especially when your guy's on last, you're going to lose some lives for sure, if not lose the game. So what you're going to have to do is just make sure you don't go too many farms, or you have some sort of backup plan where you're just going to sell a farm if they do actually start sending lots and lots of regrows at you all at once. Because trust me, guys, you're gonna lose if that happens. I've had a couple of games where people sent like regrow leads at me or something like that. I'm totally not expecting it, and I have to do some fast footwork here, selling some farms to be able to make myself survive. And I think you're actually going to notice that just a little bit in one of the later games. I think it's one of the last games I played. So what I'm going to do is, round 13 already, I have my camo detection just in case. I'm going to send out a fast regrow attack on this guy. I figured that would probably be the best thing to do. Attack them before they attack you, because, like I said, you don't have much money, you don't have much attack power. You just save up your money and send up a huge attack at them, and you're probably going to beat them by doing that. So here's the second game here, and I'm basically going to do the exact same thing. And I hope this isn't too boring for you guys. At pretty much every game, I'm probably going to start off with a 2-3 boomerang, because I don't think 3-0 boomerangs are that good. And I don't really think there's very many amazing towers for this map. There's not very many ways to go with this. You could go with some sort of cannon. I've seen some people try monkey aces and stuff. I just don't recommend it. Monkey aces are more for around 15 or later games if you're trying to get a Spectre, or even if you're going for a 2-4 monkey ace, that'll definitely help out. You can use that ability to explode billions of BFBs and mortars and all that. But since we're going for mainly early game attacks here, guys, I think boomerangs are just one of the best ways to start. I can see you trying to go tack shooters. I mean, those sometimes help, but I don't feel like wasting one of my towers as tack shooters sometimes, when realistically all I have is 2 attack towers and 2 support towers. I basically usually go with a monkey village as one of my support towers and a banana farm as my other support tower. That leaves me with only 2 attack towers, which can sometimes be a bad thing, but not always. Sometimes it's like, you know, I don't really like only having 2 attack towers, but it actually works out really well when you have 2 support towers. Banana farms are pretty much necessary for my strategy if you want to keep up a good economy. And then monkey village are really your only good camo detection. So, one thing you're going to notice about this game is I sadly did not get a 2-3 boomerang fast enough, and he made me lose quite a few lives by sending pinks at me really fast, and I lost over about 50 lives right there. It's not good news. You probably don't want to do that. Don't overexert yourself like I was. If you're going to notice how fast these rounds are actually going, like I said before, these rounds, it seems like they've been getting faster and faster, though maybe I'm just not used to this cards map as much as I probably should be. I was actually just, the only reason I decided to make this video is because I played like 8 out of 10 games actually on this map, which was pretty ridiculous. You usually don't play that many games in a row or in a reasonable row in the same map. So I'm going with the same placement on this 2-3 boomerang. I've noticed a couple different placements for 2-3 boomerang, and I still find this is probably the best. Make sure you keep them on last, though. If you keep them on first, you're probably not going to do quite as well. Now, if there is regrows being sent to you, you can put them on first. That is an okay thing, but I'd still recommend just building another boomerang, maybe a 3-0 boomerang, and putting him on first, and keeping that guy on last, and you actually do pretty well. But like I said, you'll see in my last game what I actually had to do. I had to do some crazy action here, and it didn't really work out too well for me. So one thing that I have found that is actually a good thing to do against somebody like me, this is kind of my weakness on this map, is when I have a boomerang that has where I have him on last, if you send like a group of whites and then wait, and then a group of whites and then wait, or a group of blacks and then wait, it'll actually make me lose lives, because when I keep shooting down that target right there, they actually hook around and go through those balloons that are getting by. But the problem is if you send one group and then one group, I'm just going to keep aiming the back balloons, which are already past that little section right there. And I don't know if you guys really understand what I'm saying, but put it this way, if you send just one group of black balloons and then wait a little bit and then one group of black balloons, it will make me lose lives. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense for you guys. I have been losing quite a few games on this map as well, and honestly, I really feel like I haven't been losing some of these games. It's been really close games, where like we both send regrow ceramics or something at the exact same time, and I just somehow managed to lose, which I don't really like. Anyways, I got the spike factory there for just in case, and I decided to sell my farm. You just send out regrows to somebody. When people go wizards, go with regrows, guys. Don't even camo them. Don't do anything. Just go with the regrows. I know I didn't even have any camo detection really, but I knew I'd just go for the fast attack and go for the win instead of getting my camo detection up, and I did alright with that. Here is game number 3, and again, I am on the right side here, and I'm going to go with the exact same placement on my boomerang. What if you guys realized? Do you guys think boomerang placement is the key thing for this game right here, for this level, or do you guys think going with different towers are actually better? Do you guys like tack shooters or something like that? I'm just curious. Do you guys like my strategy? Do you think it's not very good? Honestly, I do win most of my games on this, but I do lose some, and I think I lose more on this level than I do some other levels, and I think it's more based on, I guess, me not being ready for their attacks, or me trying to go for too heavy of an attack, and I think that's probably why I lose most of these games. It's because of my economy. I'm used to having a greater economy, and I'm used to having a better defense, and sometimes I just feel like I should just keep going with a really good attack, and it does end up making me lose sometimes. So if you're going to notice right here, I'm actually letting a lot of balloons through. Yeah, I went too much economy again. So I've been having a lot of problems with me going too much economy. I've got to be more careful with this stuff. I think I'm probably going to stop sending out so many red balloons or blue balloons right at the beginning there. I'm going to go with a 2-3 boomerang right away. I think I'm still going to stick with my farm, because I think my farm is very important for this strategy. Try and get as much economy as possible while still being safe, and I think that's a good thing to think about. How can you be safe while sending the good economy, as good of an economy as possible? That's actually a really hard word, really hard sentence to say. And we're about halfway through the video now, a little bit over halfway actually. And I don't know, it seems like we have pretty much the same strategy. Now, what you can notice about his placement compared to my placement is it's a little bit different, but I honestly think if you put it more towards where I put it, it's probably a little bit better. But I guess that's up to you. If you think it's a little bit better to go the other way, that's totally fine. No, what you can notice is he's sending out greens at me, which means he's going to have a weak economy around level 12 or 13. He's trying to go more long-term economy, so I'm going to have to go for a somewhat early attack. Somewhat early. It doesn't have to be super ridiculously early. But, you know, it's pretty important to think about. If your enemy has more economy, or going more economy, that means you have to go for a faster attack. If your enemy is going 0 economy, just try and outlast them. It's a good thing to think about, guys. Don't just think about what's actually happening for you. Think about what's actually happening for them. And just keep that in mind. What are they sending at you? What are they actually building? Don't just pay attention to your side. Pay attention to their side as well. And don't just look at their side at level 13 and say, oh, I can beat them with this. No, don't do that. I think the best thing to do is to pay attention to both sides during pretty much the whole entire game. If you notice they're going mostly economy with farms, then you got to be a little bit careful because they can obviously sell those farms at any time, so you can't just say, oh, they have a ridiculously low economy, I'm just going to go and attack them whenever. No, you got to be a little bit careful with that because they can sell their farms and get a really good defense going really fast, and you can waste a lot of your money by you sending balloons at them that don't actually kill them. So what you're going to notice is I sent a few regrow leads and a few regrow whites, and it really did not do very good. It did not do as good as I thought, and that probably wasn't the best thing ever. So, yeah, that was kind of a noob mistake on my thing. I don't even think I did 1 life of damage to him. No, I didn't even do 1 life damage to him. That's not good. I was going for a different technique here, and it didn't really work out, guys. I do test things out too. I don't just automatically know exactly what to do. I have to test things to see if they work or if they don't work. And sadly, sending balloons like leads and stuff like that did not work at him, especially because he had that mortar. And he left his boomerangs on first, which is weird. I usually don't see people leaving 2-3 boomerangs on first like that. Or if they do, I usually actually end up beating them a little bit easier, which I don't know. Maybe I should have just sent a lot more regrow whites and regrow blacks at him all at once, but I didn't want to waste all my money, you know. You got to make sure you're going to kill them if that happens. You don't want to just make him lose 90 lives, because then you're going to be left behind. So I noticed he went 2 mortars, and I figured, you know what, I pretty much have to go for an attack right now. I went for a huge regrow attack on him, and I spent a lot of money on my stuff, and I didn't kill him. So that's bad news, guys. But it was already level 15, and I sent some regrow ceramics on him. I kept him trying to think about what was going on by him sending stuff, by him getting stuff sent at him, instead of what he can actually send at me. And I think that kept him a little bit busy and kept it a little bit better for me. I'm sorry if you heard that noise, guys. That was my phone, actually. And, this is game number 4. I kind of got distracted there. I just read a text. I'm sorry. So if you guys just heard random nonsense of me not really making sense, I don't remember what I just said. So, same thing here. I'm starting off with the farm as well, and I'm getting my boomerang placement pretty much in the exact same spot. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about my boomerang placement? I know I've asked a couple times this time. Do you guys think there's any better places? I really would like to hear them. I have never seen somebody go with a crazy, ridiculous spot where I'm like, holy crap, that would work fantastic. So, I also think that I should probably maybe go for a 0-3 boomerang before I actually go for a 2-0 boomerang. And I'm thinking about doing this instead because I want to keep some more lives that I've been losing early on here. Even when people send these blue balloons at me, which usually aren't that bad of damage to me, I've been losing quite a few lives, and I have not liked it very much at all. In fact, sometimes people start sending pink balloons at me, like now, and I cannot afford a 2-3 boomerang, which makes me feel extremely bad, and I lose a lot of lives unnecessarily. As you can see by this game, how big of a noob it looks like I'm being. Yes, I know, I'm losing lots and lots of lives. I'm down to like 49, I think it is, already. 49 is too many lives lost by level 5. You should not be doing that. And then I always randomly lose a few lives here and there, and I usually bank on my 150 lives being there for me, and when that's not there, I don't really know. My next game, I'm actually going to do, my next video, actually, I'm probably going to do a live commentary. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that's going to be pretty sweet? Do you guys like the live commentaries? I know most people say live commentaries are okay, and then some people don't really like them, so I think we're just going to try and switch it up a little bit with my non-live commentaries and my live ones. I know I really haven't made too many Bloons Tower Defense battles videos lately, and I haven't really been that busy. I don't really know why I haven't been making them. I just want you guys to understand that the reason why I usually don't make Bloons Tower Defense battles videos is because it's really hard to get a common theme going. You have to understand that when I play this game, I don't get to pick the level. I don't get to pick who I'm facing, at least yet. I don't get to really pick very much of what's going on in the game. So to find somebody, so if I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a video of me defending against this strategy. Well, it really doesn't work out because not that many people do the exact same strategy versus me. So I just want you guys to understand that when I make one of these videos, I usually have to play like 20 games, and then I pick 3 or 4 of the games that actually work out. So, I mean, this is not me just playing and being like, oh, the first 3 games I play, I'm going to make a really good strategy for you guys, or a really good video for you guys. It really doesn't work out like that. So hopefully you guys understand why I don't always want to make those kind of videos. Sometimes it can be a little bit annoying. So this is getting kind of intense here. He's sending out regrow whites and stuff like that versus me, and these guys are actually surprisingly getting through my defense. Luckily I had that Spike Factory built as a just-in-case defense. And it's level 12 already, and guess what I can send out? He doesn't have any camo detection, so that's what I'm going to do. Send out camo detection, sold my farm, sent out a bunch more camo pinks, and that's pretty much game over. So that's all I got. As always, thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day.